What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yeah, what's going on here, Disney? What the hell are y'all doing here suing the Florida governor? Man, are y'all out of y'all damn minds? These cats are on a path of self-destruction. I don't understand what Disney is doing right now. Have you guys noticed that? It's like there's somebody intentionally trying to take this company down and just destroy this company. Like in the last couple of years, they have just managed to piss off everyone, all right? Everybody you could think of. They have absolutely lost the goodwill of the millions and millions of fans and people that grew up on their content. Think about that for just a moment, okay? All of the people that have grown up on their content, watching the Disney Channel, watching all the Disney movies, and buying toys and everything for the various franchises and IPs that they've owned, okay? They have, at the very least, pissed off half of those people, okay? And they continue to do so, and now they're trying to pull this crap. Let's think about this. They've destroyed the legacy of Star Wars, okay? Absolutely 100%, all right? They've destroyed the MCU in, like, record time, right? As fast as they possibly could. Like, 4 years ago, the MCU was in great shape. Now, the rumors is that Guardians of the Galaxy is about to flop, okay? They have destroyed the MCU like somebody bet them they couldn't. I mean, it is that crazy right now, all right? And then their children's entertainment, right? The stuff that's their bread and butter, the stuff that they have built their company on, okay? 2 back-to-back flops, double flopped last year, all right? Strange World and Lightyear, okay? Well, meanwhile, Mario Brothers, man, they out here cleaning up, all right? The theme parks are losing money, okay? Disney Plus is losing billions every quarter. We just saw the video that I did about the layoffs just starting to mount up and up and up. I'll go ahead and link that above if you guys didn't see that, okay? And that's everybody. Disney Studios, Pixar, Marvel, ESPN, parks, everybody's laying somebody off. They got lawsuits jumping off all over the place, right? They just had to pay off Victoria Alonso. It was like a multi-million-dollar settlement, all right? Just so she could keep her mouth shut, all right? They don't want any of the skeletons, all right, that this woman obviously knows, some buried deep in some closet. No. Pay her off. Get her out of here. Nope. And then they got another one with the chick from The Acolyte. I can't remember her name, but yeah, I don't think that one's going to go away as easily. Now here we go with Florida, and this is going to get real ugly, okay? All because they wanted to play the political game, okay? Instead of just staying out of politics and just focusing on what they're supposed to be doing, they got caught up, okay? They got caught up in the political game, and now they got to pay the price, okay? They wanted to go and defend LGBTQ activists instead of actually defending the parents of the children that you're supposed to be making your content for. Isn't this is just so hilarious on multiple levels, okay? And Florida is the one place, the one place that they couldn't afford to piss off, okay? Because Walt Disney World is their absolute cash cow, okay? That is the biggest cash cow they got. They crank out billions of dollars out of that park, okay? And yet, here we are. All right, so let's check it out. Disney suing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis over Disney World retaliation and free speech. The war between the Walt Disney Company and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis just opened up a whole new front in the courts. After months of battling with the likely GOP presidential contender and his personally appointed board over jurisdiction and control over Orlando-based Walt Disney World and its now besieged special district status, the House of Mounts today took the white gloves off and sued the governor in federal court. Disney regrets that it has come to this, the company said in its complaint, read it here, but having exhausted efforts to seek a resolution, the company is left with no choice but to file this lawsuit to protect its cast members, guests, and local development partners from a relentless campaign to weaponize government power against Disney in retaliation for expressing a political viewpoint unpopular with certain state officials. And this is the crux of the whole matter right here, weaponizing government power against Disney in retaliation for expressing a political viewpoint. All right. Were they just expressing a political viewpoint? Because I believe that they stated that they would try to use their weight, their power in Florida to get the, parental rights and education bill overturned. OK, they would do whatever it was in their power to try to overturn that decision. OK, that wasn't just stating, oh, this is our opinion. This is our viewpoint. This is how we look at things. OK. That was them like basically saying, yeah, we're going to try to do something about the law that just passed. It was, again, passed with approval from Florida citizens. All right. And a company jumping into politics to try to overturn the law. Most people would be in the disagreement with that. OK, That is, of course, unless you're on the wrong side of the political aisle. Now everybody's like, no, Disney should be able to come in there and say whatever they want to say, and they should be able to use all of their money and all of their power and weight and influence to try to change the outcome of what people in Florida voted for, okay? Disney, a company that's actually owned and operated out of a completely different state. You know, you start thinking about that kind of stuff, and it's like, are they merely just, expressing a political viewpoint? Is that all of this is? Okay? Again, I think that's going to be the real crux of it. I'm not sure how the legalese is going to come out about that. Okay, but I think that's the big crux of a lot of the problems that Disney was having with Florida. In a showdown that's been brewing and boiling as DeSantis' presidential ambitions have grown, the Bob Iger-run media giant claims that the Sunshine State governor has enacted a policy of retaliation against Disney because of its opposition to one of his priorities, a parental rights bill known as the Don't Say Gay law. Wednesday's legal action followed votes by the DeSantis-picked board to void agreements the previous Disney World Jurisdiction Board enacted in its last days over who would hold the reins on the sprawling theme park's 56-year-old tax district status. Yeah, that's the other thing, okay? These guys are running like special rules over there, okay? And when it comes to that, I don't understand all the legalese, okay, that's going on when it comes to that, all right? The one thing I think I do understand is that, one, Disney was clearly benefiting for years with rules that only applied to them, all right? So if all companies, in my opinion, should be treated equally and the same, either one of two things needs to happen if one company is getting a special rule, all right? Either everybody needs to get that same special rule or nobody gets that rule, okay? That's the way it should be, in my opinion. You can feel differently if you want to, but I feel like that. If you're getting a special deal, okay, and you've been able to benefit off of that deal, then either A, give that deal to everybody, so it's no longer, it's an even playing field, everybody has the same deal, or nobody gets the deal. And apparently Florida says, yeah, nobody's going to get that deal, all right? We have all of these other various places that don't have the same special tax district that Disney does, so yeah, you're not going to get that either, Disney, okay? We're pulling the plug on that, all right? And they have the ability to do that. The governor has relentlessly attacked the company as a woke corporation and said this month that the Florida government is exploring a series of possible actions against it, including increasing oversight of ride safety, boosting assessment valuations of its properties, and even slapping tolls on the road leading into the resorts. He even suggested that a state prison could be built nearby the theme park. Man, Ron DeSantis is off the chain. DeSantis is off the chain, man. He ain't playing with you. He ain't playing with you. This is the state of Florida, okay? It doesn't belong to Disney the way Disney thinks it does, okay? And there's also this argument, okay, which may be even the most important argument, is that the Reedy Creek District is not Disney and Disney is not the Reedy Creek District, okay? They're actually two separate entities. And that's very important because, therefore, Florida can act all it wants against Reedy Creek, okay? It can pull the Reedy Creek District. It can change things around with the district. It can do whatever it wants, okay? And therefore, the idea that, DeSantis is retaliating against Disney is moot. Even if DeSantis says he's retaliating against Disney, right? Because he's actually taken no action against the Walt Disney Company. He's going after Reedy Creek. Okay, that's a big, important point. And I think all of that is going to need to be hashed out in court. It's going to be really dependent on those arguments, okay? Can they convince the judge or whoever's listening that, hey, this is really what's happening here? Ron DeSantis can mouth off and say whatever it is that he wants to say. But if they're going to try to combine and make Disney into Reedy Creek and Reedy Creek into Disney, even though they haven't existed in that form for what does it say here? 56 years, okay? They haven't existed like that in 56 years, and now all of a sudden Disney is going to combine them all together, okay, like Voltron. I don't think that's going to work, okay? I think that Disney is going to have to actually sit back and take a big fat L on this, all right? That's my opinion. I could be 100% wrong. You guys can let me know down in the comments. The lawsuit is rooted in DeSantis' effort to strip the company of control of the Reedy Creek Improvement District, the entity established in 1967 that allowed the company to self-govern its sprawling Florida property. The district has oversight over such things as infrastructure, roads, development, and also has the power of taxations and the ability to take on bond debt. Like, this is absolutely incredible that Disney was able to get all of this, okay? They're able to get all of that in a deal, all right? That's absolutely incredible, okay? That you have power over taxation, okay? That you have the ability to take on bonds, like bond debt, to actually issue bonds. That's absolutely, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. And if they had that kind of power and nobody else did, okay, no wonder they've been able to build up such an empire in Florida, okay? You couldn't get away with this anywhere else in the country, all right? And Florida was allowing them to do it, but yeah, hey, man, Disney stuck their foot where it didn't belong, okay? Last year, after Disney, under then CEO Bob Chapek, came out against the DeSantis-backed parental rights bill, the governor moved to dissolve the special district. But surrounding counties raised the alarms that it would leave them left to pay around $1 billion in the district debt. DeSantis then led an effort earlier this year to instead retain the district, but place it under state control, with the governor having power to appoint its members and confirmed by the state Senate. Yeah, see, again, this is their state, okay? I think Disney kind of lost track of that, is that this is the state of Florida. The government in Florida runs that, okay? They run the state, not you. And so, yeah, we could just come in here and change the rules if we want to. All right, we got the votes. All say aye, aye. All right, the ayes have it. Yep, it's ours now. Okay, they can do that if they want to. All right, this is very, very interesting. This is going to be interesting to see this thing play out in court. Yet, as the state legislature moved in February towards the passage of that DeSantis-backed Reedy Creek bill, the district's board, still under Disney's control, approved a development agreement with the Walt Disney World. Those agreements ensured that the company would retain control over the development of its own property and the land surrounding it, no matter that DeSantis appointees were about to take charge of the district board. See, again, they think they're the government, okay? They think they're the government. Oh, you know, we passed our own little rules or whatever. Our agreements ensured that the company would retain control over the development of its own property. It ain't your property, okay? It's the government's property. It's in the state of Florida. And as much as we may not like government oversight over the affairs of our lives, okay, Disney, you have to understand that those are the rules that this governor is doing against you. You should have went there with a hat in hand and said, hey, Ron, we're really sorry about this. Bob Iger would have been really smart to just stop everything as soon as he got back in there and say, hey, Ron, can we have a chat, man? Hey, yo, we're really sorry about this. We're going to shut the hell up and stay out of politics in this state. We'll get over there in California, and believe me, they do. Barking and yelling and screaming about all the different things that we want to talk about over here in this state, okay? But in Florida, we leaving y'all alone, okay? Disney World is too important, okay? Can we have our special tax district back? And Ron probably still would have said, nah, but you know, we'll cut a different deal. Maybe we'll try to work it out so it's not so bad. But yeah, we're going to make sure that you guys are going to be in check, okay? You ain't going to be able to just run roughshod with all of your billions and trillions of dollars, okay? And affect politics in the state. I used to think that everybody thought that it was bad for corporations and companies, all right, to have all of this say-so, all of this sway, all of this power, okay, over local politics or even federal politics, state politics, state government, okay? But it's so funny how you go on the internet now and everybody's like, yeah, go Disney. You tell that Ron DeSantis, okay? We hope you guys win. And it's like, wait a minute, hold up. I thought people didn't like all of this corporate money interfering with politics, okay? Interfering with politics, paying off people, you know? Oh, we'll pay off this person and that person so we could get rules that, you know, favor us, okay? I used to think that was bad, okay? And people didn't like that stuff. But apparently, if you're on the side of the woke, okay? Yeah, that's all great. Yeah, gravy, good, do it, okay? Again, it's just hilarious how this stuff is going down. I think we're going to have to see how this one plays out in court. Also, who the judge is, okay? I think they got a favorable judge, you know, an anti-DeSantis judge is what I'm hearing right now. So we're going to see what arguments are made in court, you know, how the judge feels about all of these arguments, okay? Probably it's going to come down to Disney and how much money and their, you know, hey, man, how many people can we pay off to, you know, get our way, you know? This is crazy, man. But I think ultimately Disney's going to be the one that ends up losing, because I don't see how a government cannot have control over the corporations within its boundaries, but then be able to like say, okay, we got to give this special deal to this company, but nobody else can get this, or we can't take this special deal away from this company, okay? I don't see how any of that makes any sense or how any of that is fair. But anyway, folks, you guys let me know what you think about this. I think this is probably the story of the year, okay, when it comes to this entertainment stuff. DeSantis going up against Disney, Disney against DeSantis. This is going to be nuts. But you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.